Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back to the good old collection room, as always. So you know who I am, and if you don't, welcome. So many of you know that I had just recently started to become a Saberforge customer, as opposed to Ultra Sabers. If you look through my older videos, you will see that I have bought many Ultra Sabers. Okay? But I stopped being a customer of them for a while now because I actually switched over to Saberforge, and there's the box right there. Right there. Wonderful company, beautiful, professional quality of the products, and it has almost anything you would want. Totally what I want. A little more pricey than Ultra Sabers, but you get what you pay for. And that's what I like. And that is what Saberforge is. So, guys, I wanted to come on here and tell you guys something important. Be careful with your Saberforge blades. Let me say that again. Be careful with your Saberforge blades. And I say that because that is extremely important. Because, well, let's make a long story short. I don't believe I don't believe they should be used for dueling. Because I want you to tell me what this and this is. Now, for those of you who are watching this who are saying, oh my god, how did that happen? For those of you who are big Saberforge fans, who maybe have many Saberforge products, you may even have this very model, the Redeemer Mark III. So you're wondering, how did this happen? A lot of you guys who I have told this about on YouTube on here said that this particular uh, situation was very strange. You're very right in saying that. You are so right in saying that. Because let me show you what the blade looked like before. Alright, so there you are. That is what the blade looked like before this whole thing happened. Before, after. Before, after. So you're thinking to yourself, how did this happen? Well, it's very simple. You know how a lot of times people make YouTube videos of these products and they like to demonstrate the flash on clash effects? That is exactly what I was doing. I was simply tapping it against my hand and it just went boom, and the blade just flew right off and went like right here. The blade, because I was like sitting on the edge of my bed. I had my saber in my right hand, and my left hand was, hitting against the bottom of it. And I was doing that, making it clash, and it just, bam, just snapped right off of there and landed over here on this side of my bed. And this was in my emitter. So if I looked at my emitter like this, all I saw was this. Yes, that is what happened. So I don't believe these blades were made for dueling. I'm not even sure if they were made for sparring or light dueling, because I was barely doing anything with this and it broke. Now you see how thick this blade really is. Alright, let me get a good shot here. Not quite, see? Not quite as thick as Ultra Saber's um, heavy grade blades. Now, Saberforge used to have the infinity blades, which from what I understand were used for dueling. They were more heavy grade, thick wall blades. These are more thin wall, but they're not mid grade blades like you see from not Saber, Ultra Sabers. They're not like Ultra Saber's mid grade blades. They're a little thicker than that, just a little bit. But this was like a freak accident. It was not expected at all. I don't see how this could have happened. But it happened, and I told you what happened that led to this. I'm not quite sure how it could have just broke like that. But because that happened, I felt it only fair to warn you guys and show you what can happen. I had to contact Saberforge. They sent me a replacement blade, and I told them, remember, the threaded tip is still stuck in the emitter. My dad actually had to get pliers, pop this cap off so that it's like this to get to that hole and use that hole as leverage for his pliers to, you know what I mean, unscrew it and turn it out of the emitter. And that's what we did. So now it's like, what can I do and what can't I do with this blade? Obviously, I can't duel with it. I'm not sure. I don't think so. Maybe a tad bit. But that tad is going to be a tad of a tad. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Be careful with your Saberforge blades. Be very careful. So, for after. From just going like this to the blade. That's all I was doing. So Saberforge, if you're watching this right now, you might want to think about making your blades thicker and your LEDs brighter, because even with the champion tier, you have very bright LEDs. Probably some of the brightest there are, except for like pixel blades, which I would never buy a pixel blade ever, because from what I understand, you duel with pixel blades, the LEDs that are in the blade go bad or they blow out, and next thing you know, you have dull spots and bright spots all throughout the blade. I would never do that. So, but that's just me. For those of you who are high fluting into all that, hero setup with the pixel blades and so on and so forth, I say champion is the best you can do without having the downsides of having a pixel blade and so on and so forth. So yeah, be careful with your Saberforge blades, I will say. And in fact, I'm going to make a video on Saberforge versus Ultra Sabers. Saberforge versus Ultra Sabers. And I'm going to talk about the pros and cons of each website and the products that they give out. Okay? If you guys are interested in seeing that, definitely leave me a comment. Just let me know what you would like to see, and we'll go from there. And I may or may not have mentioned this already, but I do have another Saberforge coming. If I haven't, then there you go. If I have, sorry, I'm repeating myself. Just to remind you guys, that yeah, I do have a new Saberforge coming in soon because this happened, because there was a warranty on it. So I can't wait to see the next one come in. And it's not going to be anything like this. It's actually going to be a little different. You guys will like it. For those of you who watch my channel, I don't know what's going on with myself today. I'm having like carbonation or something coming up on me. So I will have another Saberforge review for you guys to watch. It'll be a new Saber. And I think you guys will like it based on my other reviews. You'll probably see it coming, but you probably already know what it is. but I think you guys will really like it. So yeah, real quick, I'm going to show you how to actually apply putting this threaded tip into your emitter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick this in here, just push it in like that, and then just keep turning it until it's tight enough. And it's about there, because now it's rotating the whole hilt. And I'll just put a little bit of an extra turn on there to make sure that it's snug, but not too tight. So now it's in pretty tight, so I'm going to make it a little more loose. So you don't want it to be super tight because we had a hard time getting that out of there. So don't make it super tight, especially if you have a threaded blade. So having it threaded in like that will actually activate the LEDs, and
the master.
There you go. Actually, I might want to make it a little tighter, because it looked like it flickered there. It will if you don't have it in tight enough, just to throw that out there to you guys. The blade actually looks very, very thick. When in person, it's really not that wide, but it still works. So, yeah, there's that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will definitely see you guys in the next one. All right? Take care, guys. Not just of yourselves, but of your Saberforge threaded blades.